stretch it out with the grain using a foam brush. And another thing I thought I should mention is I always try to finish things or apply the finish at the end of the day. That way the job is done and I can get out of the environment. Because when I apply this, I'm going to wear a mask. It really has a strong smell and I don't want it in my environment for the entire day. And by the time I come in tomorrow, most of those fumes will have dissipated. Well, I've got one coat of polyurethane on the bottom of the countertop now. Wow, the stuff is really strong. And now I'm going to flip the countertop over and the bottom will be resting on these 3-inch deck screws that I've put through a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. That'll hold the countertop up so the countertop will dry. And wow, and only the spots that the countertop is resting on will be affected by these screw heads. And of course it's at the bottom of the countertop so you don't see it. Well, a few days have gone by and I now have 3 coats of polyurethane on the countertop and I've sanded in between each coat with 320 sandpaper. Now, after I applied the 3rd coat, I let the countertop sit for 3 days so the finish could really cure. And what I'm going to do now is hand rub the finish, and for that I'm going to use a product called Wooloo Paste, and it's by the company Mohawk. And basically, it's a lubricant for your steel wool so you don't burn the finish. So I'm going to put a little of the Wooloo on the steel wool here and then just rub in the direction of the grain. And I wanted to mention that I'm using 4-0 steel wool, so it's a very fine steel wool. Okay, well now I'm just removing any of the residue left behind from the buffing paste, and I just use a clean paper towel or a cotton rag to do that. Now this project's done, and unfortunately I don't have any good photographs of it yet because I haven't installed it. But as soon as I do, I'll put them on my website. So if you'd like to see how the job turned out, you could go to johnpeters.com and search countertop. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.